Hey V team, thanks for joining us on this lovely Tuesday.
Yes, and for those of you who had off for Labor Day, we hope you enjoyed your long weekend.
Yep, on today's show, we have the pleasure of welcoming a couple of guests, starting with our friend George, who you may know from George Talks Tech. George is joining us today to share more details on an exciting Xbox deal.
All right, George, come on.
Thank you guys! Yay! We are less than 24 hours away from the release of the most anticipated Xbox game of 2023. I'm talking about Starfield, which should be downloading. Yeah, Starfield! Should be downloading as we speak on my Xbox Series X. But that's not what I'm here to talk about. Verizon is offering not one, but two great promotions for Starfield. First off, if you sign up for Xbox Game Pass Ultimate through Plus Play, you get your first month on us. That means you can play Starfield on day one using your Xbox, PC, or Razer Edge 5G. So go to Plus Play, check out all the amazing content and offers, and grab this discount. Also, if you have my plan, you can use your Plus Play add-on to save even more. Now, if you are still in the market for a new Xbox, Verizon is offering an amazing out-of-this-world bundle. Starting tomorrow, for a limited time, if you buy an Xbox Series X from Verizon, you get Starfield on us. How cool is that?
Very cool.
I'd love to know what you think about Starfield. Are you excited to get your hands on it on day one like I am? Are you going to wait and see what your friends think? Hit me up in the comments and let me know. Thank you, guys.
George, you brought the energy.
Wow, I also brought the games, which is so much fun.
You did.
I'll be on my way.
I love it. Thanks, George.
Thanks, George. All right.
So cool.
It is. He always teaches me everything I need to know about gaming.
Right?
I don't know anything.
I have an Xbox, so maybe we can play.
Okay,
Oh,
cool.
we'll call George.
Okay,
We'll do
that sounds good.
Yeah.
All right, team, as you may have seen last week in our Hurricane Idalia updates, our Verizon response team has been working diligently to continue providing critical communications to areas in Georgia and Florida. In fact, Big Red and our tactical command trailer are set up as temporary EOC in Suwannee County, where widespread power outages have been an issue after the storm.
Let's check out what Chris Voles, Director of Emergency Management for Suwannee County, has to say about our response.
My name is Chris Voles. I'm the Emergency Management Director for the Suwannee County Sheriff's Office. Right now, we're currently still in the response mode for Hurricane Idalia. We have approximately 50,000 people that live in our county, and of those 50,000 people, we were at almost 37,000 power outages. So when you start talking about how can we get hot meals, a hot shower, a bathroom, the simple things in life that we all take for granted, how do we get that to people? And it starts with communication. We would not be doing what we're doing today without the ability to communicate with the citizens of our county, and that's what we've been able to do very quickly through our partnership with Verizon. Saying you're in public safety business is not the same as demonstrating it. And not only has Verizon had our back, they have executed and done things that we didn't even have to ask for. We didn't have to communicate to them that we needed to beef the network up. It was just done automatically. We didn't have to communicate that we needed additional bandwidth to accommodate the amount of people coming in. They observed those people and they created that bandwidth. And so for me, I just know I have a partner who's in it to do whatever it takes to fix the problem and move forward to restore our community back where they need to be. And I don't really have the word to describe that other than total gratitude on behalf of the citizens of our county for what they do for us, because we would not be here today if it were not for our partnership with Verizon. Plain and simple.
Wow. Man, if that does not make you proud to be a V-teamer, I do not know what will.
Yep, I agree, Raquel. It's so great to see the positive impact that we're able to have on these communities during these difficult times for them.
Yes, absolutely. All right, team, speaking of impact, not too long ago, you were asked to complete the third quarter VZPulse survey so that we could hear your feedback.
Well, today, Sam is joining us to share our results.
Yes, I believe she's in the audience here
Yes.
today with us.
Sam?
Yeah, Sam.
Hey, ladies.
Hello, so good to have you on.
Always great to be here. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, well, I hear that you are here to talk all about our Pulse survey results. What can you tell us?
I am. I'm always happy to talk about that. It's one of my favorite topics is Pulse, but generally, really, my favorite topic is hearing what's on our employees' minds and getting that voice and that feedback. But before we do that, I do want to also express my deep gratitude to all the V-teamers who have been on the ground. We just saw that touching video. we truly impact people's lives, and we have the ability to do things. So the storms, the wildfires this year, time and time again, we're running to a crisis.
Yes.
And our team is there to help our customers, our communities, the first responders stay connected and be there when they need it most. And I couldn't be more proud of our V-teamers for showing up in that way. And a special shout out to my HR team as well, because they're also reaching out and making sure that we're checking in on impacted employees. Are our V-teamers safe? Are they cared for? Do they have what they need? So massive gratitude and thank you.
Awesome.
But now on to Pulse. So as you know, we do it every quarter.
Yes.
And Q3 is really just a quick check-in. It's 3 questions and then some open-ended thoughts to get their voice, their feedback, thoughts on how we keep strengthening the culture and the employee experience. And so it's really important that we check in and see how people are doing. So we launched that third quarter survey in August, and we asked them how they feel about being on the V team, making sure teams are taking the time to review the results. How are you acting? What's the feedback? And then most important, it's really the follow-up to the Pulse Plus, which we did in Q2, which is our longer 12. So what are the results? What did we learn?
I want to know.
So in terms of participation, we had 84% of people responded, which is solid rate. A little bit less than we had the previous quarter, but some of that happens in the summer. So we're looking to make sure that we understand what that is, and most importantly, how we dig in. And so it's really important to remember, like, the data comes in a couple different ways. We reflect on what we're getting, how are we progressing internally, seeing how we measure up to other companies in the Gallup database, which is one of the great things about using the partner that we do, is that we can be consistent and compare it to other companies in our peer group. So how are we benchmarking? What's happening in the broader environment and the macro environment that we can understand these? So in 2 of the 3 questions, we scored in the 3rd quartile. So that basically means we scored better than 75% of our peer group companies in the database, which is great.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
So V-team satisfaction. In terms of the employee satisfaction, we scored a 4.13. And while it's a strong number, we also see it as an opportunity to get underneath the data. We want to see how we can amplify our support, drive greater V-team pride, and anytime that we see a decline, even when it's slight, we really want to double down efforts. We want to make sure that we're being super intentional. How can we understand that experience, and how do we elevate it for our employees?
Right.
Super important to continuously dig in. Then we have feedback. So next we asked employees about receiving feedback on the Pulse Plus from Q2. We scored a 4.38. So in real terms, that means about 78,000 V-teamers are actively talking to their leaders, and all that is great. That's exactly what we want. And you know, being in the 79th percentile isn't shabby.
It's not. It's not.
So reflecting on improvements. So ending a bit on a high note, we asked our employees if the team is taking time to reflect and discussing how do we make things better, which is, at the end of the day, what matters the most. We scored a 4.34. That got us in the 96th percentile. And I can't express enough, this is what's important. People are taking the time to give us their voice and their feedback. We need to make sure that we are having those conversations and they turn into meaningful actions that our V-teamers can see and feel.
Yeah.
And then there's my favorite part of the Pulse, which is the open comment section, the verbatims.
That's everyone's favorite.
We got 24,000 comments. I feel like this is where the rubber hits the road, right? It's where, you know, the questions on a scale will tell you a little bit, but the comments are where you really get the magic. So 24,000 comments, and we're reviewing each and every single one of those to dig deeper, translate those insights into results, and where do we focus and prioritize to make sure that we are truly delivering the experience that we're proud of. I'm halfway through all 24,000. I read every single one of these. So I made a dent in it. I should have all of them done by the end of the week. But comments that we're seeing, so what are some of those early themes? Training, clarity of expectations, ongoing communications, really feeling in touch and transparency. And then one of the topics that came out of the comments is there's been a lot of change. And there has. There's been change within our teams, change to leaders, change with our own colleagues, people that we're working every day. And so we need to continue to work with our employees and the leaders and make sure that everyone feels supported along the way. It's so important.
Yeah.
And that's why verbatims are important. They help us dig deep on these issues and build real solutions. We've got great ideas, new resources, programs, lots of stuff that comes out of those verbatims that we turn into action and become real to us and to our employees. It's really cool.
Very cool, Sam. So how exactly, are we turning those insights and those comments into action?
Yeah. I can't stress this enough. It's almost like that third question.
Yeah.
Keep the conversations going. Don't stop. Be open to that feedback. Ask to dig into it a little bit more with your teams, and quite frankly, ask your leader about it.
Yeah.
And so leaders who received at least those 5 responses, they're going to get access to those results by right now. And so by mid-September, however, we want you to go and spend time talking to your teams. Talk about the results, how are you going to act on it, work as a team to really dig into some of that information. And these continued conversations, they really do foster and trust, they get deeper transparency. It's super critical to the culture that we want to build and the workplace that we all want to be in. But we're not done. We're going to have the one more check-in pulse that's coming here in a couple of months, so keep an eye out as we get closer to the end of the year.
All right, we'll have to look forward to that. Sam, thank you so much for giving us a deep dive into the results. I think it's so important to show everyone that we're really taking advantage of having the opportunity to share our feedback and make it into action, like you said. But I know that the HR team is always up to something. So what else have you guys been doing besides working on Pulse?
You're right. We always got a lot cooking.
You do.
And I was talking about change in the company. We have not been shy on change either. And so we are definitely working on lots of new stuff that we're doing, new ways to engage employees, drive greater connectivity to our communities, but also to each other and to our work. And we have a lot of stuff happening with career support, skill building, tons of stuff on the horizon.
Nice.
But for starters, let me give a little shout out.
Okay.
We had heard from V-teamers that while they love taking advantage of benefits and perks and offers, sometimes it can be a little bit hard to find where those are and to sift through everything, right?
Yeah.
It's a lot of information out there on VZ Web.
Yeah.
And so our employees did say, hey, we want more support to practice self-care and boost well-being. And we've heard self-care is not selfish. It's kind of a requirement. And so you asked, we listened. Our US V-teamers now have access to a brand new well-being platform powered by VZPulse. So think of VZPulse as like a one-stop shop for small actions that you take every single day to achieve your well-being goals. And we want to have a little fun. So there's challenges in there. You can tag your work bestie. You can really set up goals and cheer each other on. And so it's simple to register because self-care should happen everywhere, anywhere. You can access VZPulse on your desktop or through an app for on-the-go support. And guess what? There's money involved. We all love that.
Nice.
So VZPulse is the only place that U.S. employees can take action to earn credit towards their 2024 medical and dental contributions, which is a really cool thing.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And we're going to expand it beyond the U.S. So to all of our international employees, this will be starting next year. Lots more to come, but this will be a global solution. And we're going to level up the V-team experience because work and life should fit together.
Oh, absolutely.
And we want to make sure that you have all the support you need. So stay tuned.
Awesome. I'm looking forward to that. You
Yep.
said work bestie. I was like, Jen, we've got to get on it.
Tag each other.
Absolutely. That sounds like a great perk for employees, Sam. Thank you so much for sharing that. And continuing with some more awesome news, Sam. Coming off the heels of Labor Day, independent research nonprofit Just Capital ranked as a top 10 company for workers. Now, many of these companies, including ours, of course, are industry leaders when it comes to wages that are competitive, offering a strong paid parental leave, conducting pay equity analysis, and more. Now, it's no secret that the V-team is the backbone of our business, and we're so happy to see Verizon's efforts being recognized. So, Sam, while we have you here, what does this recognition mean to you and then to the V-team as a whole?
Yeah. I mean, we know the difference between a good company and a great one. Comes down to people. And it comes down to the V-team. Taking care of our employees is the most meaningful thing that we can do to have positive change. So not only am I super proud, and did Just Capital just include us in the top 10 companies for workers, but we're also #1 for telecommunications. So it's a huge thing, but what makes me most proud is this honor is all about the V-team and the care and the support, but it's because of our employees and how we live and work together and how we treat each other every single day.
Yeah.
Nice. That's awesome.
Absolutely.
Well, Sam, we thank you so much for joining us. You're always welcome. This
Thank
has been great.
you. Always great to see you.
Thank you, Sam.
Thanks, Sam.
so much.
Take care.
All right. That's awesome. Now, let's move on to a couple of volunteer opportunities that we all agree are important to partake in.
Absolutely. Next week, our country will pause to remember the tragic events of September 11th. And this year, on the 22nd anniversary of 9/11, we invite you to unite for the National Day of Service and Remembrance to honor the brave individuals who rose in service in response to the terrorist attacks.
Yes, to honor this 22nd year anniversary, Verizon is donating $10 up to $20,000 to 911day.org for every volunteer hour committed between September 11th through the 18th. All events on the Citizen Verizon Volunteers portal are eligible, but if you're looking for some recommendations, we've linked an article in today's story with a couple of options.
And we know that this is a difficult topic for many, and so we just want to remind you all that their V-teamers and their dependents and household family members can utilize our employee assistance program for counseling services, mental health resources, and much more. We'll be sure to include a link with more information in today's story. Now moving on out to a deal that goes hand in hand with this weekend's NFL season kickoff, excuse me.
Listen, Sundays, it's always a Sunday. I remember those days, right before my essay was due, trying to stay up on a Sunday. That's right, Jen. V-Team, we want to share another great way that you can save some money. Verizon and the NFL are partnering for yet another offer for fans starting today. Get an annual subscription of NFL Plus Premium for 40% off. NFL Plus is the NFL's streaming service that allows users to rewatch games and crunch game film and catch live, local, and primetime games at home or on mobile devices.
And with NFL Plus Premium, you'll also get Red Zone, which brings you every touchdown from every game every Sunday afternoon during the regular season and acts as the perfect fantasy football companion.
That's right. You can also get NFL Network Fantasy Plus, NFL Films, and even more. With the deals coming from Verizon and the NFL, you won't want to miss a single play this season.
And moving on now to some Verizon Global Services news, the Strategy and Transformation Organization piloted a new digital Ideathon approach hosted by Verizon India.
The goal of the Ideathon was to rapidly collect cost transformation ideas and build the VGS initiative pipeline.
Members of the S&T team collaborated to generate 69 cost transformation ideas in less than 5 days. And now S&T leaders are reviewing the ideas with leaders across VGS to determine what ideas can be brought to life. I think that's really neat. Some excitement in the mix.
Yeah, I like that. It's always nice to race against the clock. It's really cool.
All right, V-Team, well, we have some more exciting news to share.
That's right. Last Monday, we celebrated the grand opening of 2 new store locations.
Here's a picture of the ribbon cutting at our new store in Magnolia, Texas. So nice to see all those smiling faces.
And here's a photo of our new store in Boca Raton, Florida, with another bunch of smiling faces.
Those ribbon cuttings are so exciting. That big scissor, it's huge. And it's a fun time. I've actually held them.
Chop something with it. All right. Well, team, I think that's a pretty good note to end our show on.
Absolutely. Stay safe, and thanks so much for spending some of your Tuesday with us.
Until next time.
You're up to speed.